Now, I want to, there's another one I want to cover with you very briefly because it's a different approach. It's a case I tried a few years ago, and this is the closing. I'm just going to take a couple of excerpts from the closing argument. But it's the death of a child. How do you argue for damages for the death of a child? And you have to intersperse some anger against the manufacturer, interspersed with your losses. And how do you measure a death? So let me just give you a quick example about asking for money for the death of a child. Now, we talk of money. We talk of money because there is no magic. Is anyone so callous as to believe that if you as a jury could wave a magic wand and bring young David Taylor through that courtroom door, that there would be talk of money? No. What you would see is this young couple emerge from the depths of despair into the heights of happiness as you see three people wave goodbye to us and leave this courtroom again as the happiest young family on earth. There would be no talk of money. But there is no magic. There's only despair. There's no magic. There's only reality. So since there is no magic, we talk of money. Magic exists in the world of children. The magic for each new day for young David, 7 years old. Playing with his cousins, hitting the ball as far, running as fast. The magic of his beautiful young white puppy, Snowball. The magic of playing ball on Saturday in Pee Wee League with his father as a coach. That's the magic of youth. But the magic in David's life ended 3 years ago when this defendant made the horrible, treacherous, profit-motivated decision to leave this product on the market, the product that exploded and caused the death of this young man. They knew it was defective, and yet in the boardroom, they made the decision to leave it on the market. Why? Because recall would have cost them $4 million. So they decided it's better to gamble. So they gambled young David's life. They gambled that they would never be caught. They gambled that their lawyers, if they did get caught, could talk their way right out of it. So you're called now to try to place a value on the death of a child. But let me suggest to you, in order to do that, don't look at the death of this young man. Examine closely the life that never will be. This young couple will never again share the daily joys, fears, hopes, and tears of young David. David Sr. will never know whether his fine young man would have followed in his footsteps. But they also lost those special moments that reward parents so beautifully. They'll never experience his graduation from high school, the prom, the senior prom, his graduation from college. They'll never have that day when he walks in and says, "Mom, Dad, this is the woman I'm going to marry." David Sr. will never receive that wonderful phone call. "Congratulations, Grandpa, it's a boy." And David's mother will never again hear the four most beautiful words in the world: "I love you, Mommy." Days of family tradition and enjoyment in America. Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthdays, Thanksgiving, Christmas are now days of mourning in the Taylor household. Can you imagine Christmas without the child? Now, ladies and gentlemen, you're now called upon to write the final chapter in the life of young David Taylor. You have to answer the question, what is this young child's life worth in our community? But before you close the books on young David Taylor's life, examine closely the books of this corporation, because as we speak here today, the death of young David Taylor is carried as a $4 million profit item on the books of this corporation. Okay, this goes on forever. It was, now, I bring that to your attention for this reason. You need to have a reference point. You need to have a point for damages. Nothing falls flatter than walking to the board and saying, well, let's see, we'll fill out this. Okay, for pain and suffering, mental anguish, $500,000. Really, why not $5 million? Why not $500 million? Have a reason for find a reason for your damages. My damages in this case were, the argument was $4 million. You know, they gambled to save $4 million. If you award $4 million, they've won because it cost them nothing. Instead, this is egregious conduct. We have a simple system in the state of Texas for egregious conduct. It's called treble damages. So if you award $4 million compensatory and $12 million punitive damages, you'll be communicating in the only language that corporations understand, the language of money. So you see, you have to have a reason. The McDonald's case, you know where the number came from in the McDonald's case? The sale of coffee by McDonald's, one day's coffee sales. But you need to have something. I say your themes, that sort of thing, they emerge from your facts. So you have to deep dive into your damages and get into your facts, and the damages will emerge and take care of themselves.